welcome back to the channel as always. I thought the video today useful to talking about what to do in a crisis. The one thing I'd say to you all is calm heads make great decisions. Those people that make decisions when they're panicking or they're at fever pitch, typically the decisions are fairly reckless. Not necessarily because they're a reckless person, but at the point where you hit fever pitch, your clarity of vision is much, much worse. You're in fight or flight mode. So if you can do everything you can to remain calm, you typically make much, much more astute decisions. And the coming 3 clips demonstrate how you do that and give yourself the best chance at remaining calm while making critical decisions for your company.
Calm down, Sean! Don't tell me to calm down! Nobody tells me that I don't know controversy.
Jump into the top 3 now. So situation number 1 is if there is time to consider. It's essentially a 2-step process to make sure that you don't make knee-jerk reactions because of what you're hearing. So if something bad happens, you maybe lose a big sales contract, there's been a problem with the product or the service that you've delivered, but there's been an issue. In a scenario where you've got time, and when I say time, that might be hours, that might be days, it may be weeks, it's typically not months, but a decision needs to be made promptly, but you've got time to consider it. I'd strongly recommend take yourself out of the situation, go for a walk, listen to some music, meditate, whatever you do to draw your own conclusions. Get yourself to a position where you have an opinion. And then if you have a team, get the people you trust around you, take them out of the situation, full transparency, open dialogue about the issue, and then take each of their opinions. If any of them are panicking or spreading the fear, take them out of the circle and do not count their opinion. All you want is cool, calm heads. So you've got your own opinion, you take the opinion of those that you trust and those that are around you, and then you take yourself back out of the situation again. So you've made your decision, you've taken your colleagues' opinions or those that you trust, you walk again, you listen to your music, and then you make your decision and you stick with it. You stick with your convictions, and then what you do is explain it to everybody around you, the situation that's happened, the decision you've made, and why you've made it based on the information available to you. But don't second guess yourself once you've made that decision, because even if you've made a bad call, providing you can get everybody to move in the same direction with you, you've got a far better chance of executing it, and you can react should it not work. But that's my advice in kind of situation number 1, where you've got a bit of time to ponder, because in panic, what typically happens is people panic. So you've got to pull yourself out of that situation in a professional environment and really kind of get to the core of what you think before you take other people's opinions. It can really confuse the issue initially. So make sure you understand what your position is on it before you start taking the positions of others, and then you've got multiple opinions to bounce off. You pull yourself out again and you make that decision and you deliver the outcome. So that's my advice in situation number 1. Situation number 2, so we're getting into bigger crises with quicker required decisions. So something's happened in the workshop, whatever it might be, bang, there is a problem, but you don't have to make a decision snap in that instant. It's not a reaction decision. You don't have the time to pull yourself out like you did in scenario 1 and go for a walk. What you do is you take the situation, and my best advice in all these scenarios is pull yourself out of it, because once you're out of that situation, you can be calmer, more collected. So pull yourself out. Again, if you're in a business with colleagues or trusted lieutenants, bring them with you. Again, you make it clear to everybody, I'm going to ask for opinions. If it's doom mongering, if it's panicking, if it's things that are not going to help us in this situation.
It's not my decision.
Well, can someone decide, please?
I'm going to ask you to leave the decision-making circle. And then you whip round the circle. Opinion, solution, opinion, solution, opinion, solution. You ask everyone to leave. collect yourself, you go back in and you deliver the outcome. So it's different to the first scenario. In this scenario, maybe you've got half an hour, maybe you've got 20 minutes, but you've got to make a decision. Don't make a snap decision unless you have to. Take the opinion of others. Even if you disagree with every single opinion you're given and you still go with your own, it's fine, because then you've had the opportunity to consider the information as it was presented to you. So, to summarise, pull yourself out of whatever the situation is as quick as you can, as well as the people that you're going to ask for their opinion. Make it super clear that you want their assessment of the situation and their recommended decision or output, and you move on. Do not allow them to drag you into long-winded conversation. Then you've got the opinions of 3, 4, 5 people that you trust. Then you deliver your decision based on the information that's presented to you. So that's situation number 2. Situation number 3, I suppose, is the ultimate crisis mode. Everything's gone dramatically wrong and the situation is staring you in the face right now and everyone's looking to you for an answer. In that situation, I would encourage you not to take the opinions of everybody else, because in a situation of mass panic, what you will get is opinions of people in panic. You need to collect yourself as quick as possible, and what you find as a leader anyway, when, pardon the French, the shit hits the fan, actually the best leaders, the strongest leaders, find clarity of vision in that moment, because while everyone's panicking around them, they're acutely aware that everyone's looking to them to make that decision. Embrace that feeling, take it on and go with your gut. Do not second guess yourself, because more often than not your gut invariably leads you closer to the right decision. Because if you start to let that decision fester and you've got to make a quick one, the panic will build inside you. You'll start to recognise the urgency that is required for your decision. And the more time it takes you to make that decision, the higher the likelihood that you're going to start to build into that frenzied state where you know you need to give an answer but you're not sure what the right one is. So in a situation where it's a snap decision, go with your gut. Don't second guess yourself. Get everyone around you and tell them what we're going to do. Be decisive. Be very direct in your instructions as you go with your gut. Be strong. Follow your convictions. And fake it till you make it, which is that famous phrase. Even if you are nervous, even if you are not sure, do not for a minute show that you are not sure, because your certainty, your positivity, the quickness of the reaction of your decision will give everyone around you the confidence to react and go in the direction that you're suggesting. So that would be my advice for the 3 situations that typically you're faced with. I thought very, very useful, particularly in the current climate, but in business there's always problems, there's always challenges. So who are we to kid ourselves that coronavirus isn't the only challenge that we're going to face? There's going to be many, many more in the future. It's one of the things you can guarantee as a leader, as a manager, as an entrepreneur. You're definitely going to face challenges and crises. So I thought I'd share my advice on how you keep a cool head in those environments. So thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you like what's coming out, and please feedback as always, but like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Take care, guys. Bye.